energy. I'm ready.
You're making fun of my pregame ritual. Hi! Welcome to Professional Movie Reviews. Billy's gonna talk.
I'm Billy, this is Mark. The thing is, we do unprofessional movie reviews. So like us on the Twitters and the Facebooks and follow us on those platforms as well. Maybe do the like and subscribe thing down at the bottom. Give us a comment if you think we're assholes.
Hey!
Yeah, so we're reviewing Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle. We went to see it, and we're going to go ahead and give you a summary, and then we're going to give you our positives and then our negatives, and then a custom tailorized review score out of 10.
Speaking of Taylor, we're both wearing suits. All right, I'll take over for the synopsis. By the way, this is unprofessional movie reviews, which means these are drinks. Means we're also going to swear whenever we fucking feel like it. Yeah. We don't swear because we just want to. It's not like it's a goal, like we have to have at least 3 swear words. No, we just do these all improv, and sometimes fuck shit is like filler words to get your fucking sentence out. Yeah. I did that one on accident, actually. That was really good. So as I said, this is all improv, so if this sounds a little scattered, yeah, we're giving your initial reaction as if that you just came and watched the movie with us. So that we try not to sound like pompous fucking critics. Because we're not critics. We're some assholes with a computer and fucking whiskey.
More money than sense.
Pretty much. Okay, so I think it's general to say that that both of us really like the first Kingsman.
Oh yeah.
Right? I really enjoyed the first Kingsman a lot. We didn't rate it when it came out. I think we were doing movie reviews, but I think it fell through our cracks.
I thought you
right when we first said it. No, I didn't see it in theaters. But I probably would have gave it like an 8. At least now that I've watched it enough, I'd give it an 8. Maybe not the first time.
6.5, 7 for sure.
Yeah, I mean the action scenes, of course, the church action scene.
Yeah, it's definitely got its strengths.
Is one of the best action scenes in a long time. Anyways, so we were both really pumped, and that's why I went out and bought the $16 suit from a thrift store and a sweater vest to watch it. So what was it about? The Kingsmen get destroyed. And from a bad guys called the Golden Circle, ran by Julianne Moore. So they have to meet up with their counterparts or their cousins called the Statesmen, who are in Kentucky. I'm assuming they're not the only American ones, just because it'd be weird if they're just
like Kingsman is kind of the only British one.
But so. Britain's small.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
I just want New York ones. Can we just get like a New York group that's all like, okay, dudes, boots, let's take care of these guys, you know? But anyways, that's just a little thing I wanted to say. So they meet up with these guys and they take down the Golden Circle. Oh, and not spoiled because they brought it up in the trailers, and it's actually a pretty good segue to our first negatives, which is what we're going to do not last, but I'm going to say it anyways. What's his name is back from, Harry's back
Colin
from the
Firth,
first one.
yeah.
Colin Firth is back from the first one, so if you really wanted to see him, and you didn't care that they killed him off extremely perfectly, and that this totally undoes that, you'll like it.
Yeah. So you want to start with our positives?
Yeah!
Alright, positives. The fight scenes. Really good fight choreography, really good wire work, some good CGI for the fight scenes.
I'll give you choreography. I will bring up the fight scenes again in the...
Yeah, me too.
In the negatives.
Me too.
But I'll give you the choreography. The choreography was great in the first one. The choreography is good in this one. I did like that. I thought we were going to see the exact same scene, and then they changed it enough from the first one that I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And you know, and there's a shot in the trailer, and I love the shot of when they're in the car and he's hanging onto the hood or the whatever door of the car, and he like jumps and it does that perfect slow motion moment. Yeah, that was cool. So there's a lot of cool fight scenes. You can keep going. Sorry, I stole that one.
Yeah, just remind me I wanted to bring something up in the negatives. But positives, we talked about the fight choreography. Cameos were were good-ish. I mean, we got to see Halle Berry and Jeff Bridges.
I liked Halle Berry. Jeff Bridges didn't really seem to care. I got a performance for my positives. I got 2. I really like Taron Egerton as Eggsy. I loved him in the first one. I loved him in this. Even though I'm couldn't tell you right now, I'm not really a huge fan of this movie, But I think that it's not Taron Egerton's fault. I think he did as good as he could, and I can't wait. I think this actually proves that he could lead another movie, and I would like to see him in more leading roles. That's all I gotta say. I really like Taron Egerton. Plus, he's sexy as fuck.
I like the soundtrack. They had.
I hope you didn't hurt yourself jumping over that.
No, I didn't. See, I'm like Eggsy. I can just throw myself off of a car door and land on the roof.
That has nothing to do with his acting. That's the movie's fault. But yeah.
But
that's the cat trying to get in. Should I just let him in?
Yeah, fuck it. I like the references to better versions of country songs, like the Country Road song. There was a country version of Word Up by Korn.
That's not originally by Korn.
It's not? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a 70s song. By some disco bullshit.
I just know the Korn.
Or New Wave. It was a New Wave song. Yes. Maybe Duran Duran? I don't know. They're all the same to me. All New Wave. There's just...
So I was talking about the soundtrack. We got to see Mark Strong singing.
Yeah, that was...
Road with a Scotch accent.
That was my other performance I really enjoyed, was Mark Strong. Again, it's hard to be really good when you don't have a lot of the things you need to be good, like a better script or good direction, which sucks. But yeah, I think Mark Strong is as charismatic and sexy as he always is. I use sexy for two actors, but Mark Strong's a handsome motherfucker.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's a handsome man.
I think he's the most handsome bald man I've ever seen.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah.
I got nothing for that. We can move right. We'll jump on that.
Props. Let's talk about props.
Props?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about props for positives.
Yeah.
Let's talk about props.
We got the lasso. We got the whip. We got the different types of watches.
So two different types of whips. But yes, keep going.
It's not the same thing. But
Indiana Jones.
Every time I watch a James Bond movie, the first thing I want to see is the gadgets.
It's the gadgets, and that's one thing that this franchise, if you want to call it a franchise, the first movie and the second movie have nailed that homage to. And not only that, but I do have to agree. I really like the fact that they kept the gadgets for the first one were designed specifically for their lifestyle and for their suits, and how they kept that for the statesmen and how they're like baseball grenades and shit like that.
Yeah,
I
was gonna say I wanted to give my favorite and least favorite. My favorite gadget is the suitcase shield with the video display.
That's probably my least favorite.
That was my favorite, and then my least favorite was the baseball grenades. I thought they were so.
I would have to put the briefcase suit. The fact that the briefcase suit was also a machine gun is why I hated that it was also a shield. It's like, where's all the machine gun parts? It's not just like a tube. Like a machine gun's a really complex piece of machinery. And it's like, all right, it's also an indestructible shield. Fuck it all. But ironically, my other favorite prop is the machine gun suitcase. It's the same prop, two different things. I don't know. I want to jump right into the director. I do want to jump right into the director. Yeah, negatives. Oh, dude, Matthew Vaughn. This is his first major misstep. This is Matthew Vaughn's first major misstep. I'm not a huge fan of X-Men First Class, but I will admit if I wasn't a giant X-Men comics fan, I would probably like that movie. Because a lot of you
wouldn't.
Really?
Because I'm not a fan of the comics, and I hate it.
But let's go down his line. The first Kingsman, of course, and then Kick-Ass. Matthew Vaughn has done some of the best fight choreography for a very long time and has been able to massively...
He's hired the best fight choreographer.
Yes, but also has... but it still takes a director to give a fuck about that. And also the director can be like, dude, no.
Yeah.
But also has weaved some of the best, holy shit, amazingly funny and, heart-pumping, then in 1 second later be like, ugh. Matthew Vaughn has been able to do that. He did not demonstrate any of that shit in this movie. I think this is his weakest film, and I'm really, really sad to see that. And I hope that they're about to give him a DC movie. I can't remember which DC movie it was. The cat's jumping up there. And I really hope he doesn't... Oh, the second Man of Steel. Anyways... Matthew Vaughn is one of my biggest negatives. I really didn't like the direction of this movie. I feel like if he's helming the ship, he ignored the ship.
Yeah. That's actually a really smooth segue back into fight choreography.
Yes.
I don't know if they did this in the first movie, but in this one, they had a big tendency to do this. Let's say you have a gun. Do that.
Yeah.
Like, they did this a lot.
Yeah, like 4 times.
Yeah.
Also, here's a thing they're doing a lot, and we can't do this without me grabbing. Pretend like this is a camera.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm sorry, and I've said this about fight scenes, is if we can't follow it, I don't care. Especially when it's an action movie and things of the plot happen during fight scenes. If I'm like, wait, no, who's fighting who? Who's fighting? I literally fought sleep almost every action scene.
Yeah, and way too much CGI.
Like half the action scenes were all CGI.
Like,
and not
the
that
entire
great.
first scene was CGI.
Oh, all CGI.
It was so bad.
And that is what took me out of it immediately.
Me too.
I was out of this film in 5 minutes.
Me too.
And that's probably why the rest of these things are going to be negatives, because if you leave that bad of a first impression right away, I'm sorry, but now I'm going to just peer into the negatives.
Yeah. Lame sound design, lame score, very, very boring, very drab.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing that stuck. The
soundtrack was better than the score. The score was bad. They kept doing the same like blah, 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 like 8 times, like just constantly. It was like a shittier version of Wonder Woman's na 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 na. You know.
Yeah. The reason why I jumped over performances, all the performances were bad. Hated them. There wasn't a single performance that stuck out to me as especially good in this movie. I saw that. Yeah.
That was so cute.
No, I like even Mark Strong. Mark Strong is my strongest performer in this movie, and even he was like, meh. And also Elton John. What the fuck?
Okay. Thank God you brought that up. Okay, so let's talk about cameos. Cameos are fine. They are. Cameos are an okay thing to do. If those people are not strong actors, they're still fine. Give them one little cameo, shoo them off. You remember how, like, you remember Ozzy Osbourne in the Austin Powers movies?
I remember.
Boobs! These guys are just fucking boobs.
Yeah.
That was funny. You know why? Because it was one scene and he can't act, but you still just shoo him off. We get what? Like, they...
Jeff Bridges, Halle Berry, Channing
No,
Tatum.
I'm saying how many fucking Elton John bullshit. Like, 8 jokes, and it was still like, I'm still Elton John in this movie. Fuck, dude, fuck. And he's a really bad actor. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because he's not an actor, but what do you have him acting then? It's like, well, you know, Stephen Hawking is a great guy, but don't fucking shove him in a movie. Like, he does his own thing.
I mean, I will say it's about time that Elton John was in a movie besides The Who's Tommy, but that's still, like, not an excuse. Like, his scenes were bad, and that's why he was bad.
It was horrible.
I'm not saying he'd be a good actor otherwise. I'm just saying that they were badly written scenes. All the jokes in this movie had some bad jokes.
It had some decent ones. No, it had some not horrible ones, but it had a lot of
horrible ones. 99% of them fell flat.
Yeah.
They needed some serious joke polishing in this movie.
Oh,
and they just didn't have it. Probably
one of the worst performances, which sucks because this is like the 5th time I've said this, but an actor who's way better on Game of Thrones than he's in this. How many times have I said that to you in a movie? Like a bunch.
Yeah, a lot.
Pedro Pascal whiskey.
Yeah.
He's really good in Game of Thrones. But just a little joke, and you guys can do this. There's a fight scene in Game of Thrones where he's fighting this guy and he's trying to get him to confess to raping and murdering the Pedro Pascal's sister. Mm-hmm. So during the fight, he's like, "You raped her! You killed her children!" I kept thinking that the entire fight scene when he's fighting people. I'm just like, "You raped her!" I wanted to yell it out, but I know that no one else would recognize it.
Speaking of, let's talk about some plot shit.
Oh yeah, no, fuck it.
Okay, fucking whiskey is an anachronism in himself. And nobody ever draws attention to it.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, he's just a hipster. It's cool. But he's like 40.
Yeah.
And he acts like he's somebody...
20.
Yeah.
And then calls people like, young gal. And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
He's like
a cowboy from the 70s.
He's like a slightly sleazier version of Matthew McConaughey in Days of Confused.
Yeah. Older and wealthier.
Yeah,
but still
pretty
just
much.
sleazy.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't going after high school girls. Hey, girls, that's a good thing to bring up. Okay, I'm not in any way a social justice warrior, but you gotta give things when it's due. I'm really tired of women being trophies. I just am. I mean, I understand it's plot. I mean, Mario's one of the best franchise ever, and that's what it kind of stood on for 10 years. But whatever. It's still, really, it's like, hey, save the day and you get anal again. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's like one of the worst lines ever. And then there's another girl who's just like,
pee on me.
Pee on me. Like, come on, women are fucking...
peed on, yum.
Yeah, and that's a joke. Like, that's how you make that joke.
Yeah.
Is like, hey, look at how people treat women, we're mocking that. That's not what this is. It just underplays characters so much, where they're just like, oh, you'll be a woman and you're just gross, and that's your character, go get in the character. Like, oh, fucking Christ. Like, have a little bit more respect. I'm not even saying for women, but for your characters.
Hey,
for your writing.
Every woman can be Amy Schumer if they want.
It's
fine.
Well,
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Not girls that skinny. But,
it's fine.
But anyways, that was it. I'm just... It bugged me. That's all. It bugged me. There's a lots of other negatives, and I just... Boring?
Yeah. Let's just give a rating.
I got one big thing.
Okay.
And it's the Men in Black. This is Men in Black 2. And, okay, so, why was the first Men in Black and the first Kingsman great? Well, we saw somebody, who goes out of their element to, go through some training, and he's most likely the guy who's not going to get it, and then he gets this amazing mentor who walks his way through it, and then he takes down the bad guy, and then the mentor either dies, or in Tommy Lee Jones's case, retires in a... No, retires.
No, but he, gets...
He gets brainwiped. But either ways... Both that scene and the scene in the first Kingsman and in Men in Black, they're really heartfelt, and you actually care, like, holy shit, Kay's now going to be gone, and he has to take that, and then it's like, holy shit, fucking Samuel L. Jackson just shot him in the face. Like, these are, like, really monumental scenes, and what did the second Men in Black do? Completely undo all of it. What did this do? Completely undo all of it.
Well, and also in this movie, death means fucking nothing.
Nothing at all. But what I'm getting at is... We have something to care about Taron Egerton or Eggsy growing in the first one. That's not what... But there's no growing in this. There's nothing else to really care about. Mm-mm. There's no stakes. A bunch of Kingsmen who we don't really know die, except for one that we've met before, and then all the other ones live. And then that's like... Oh, God, that's it. Is there was no stakes. And if you did decent writing, you could have done the same plot, but still made us care. Anyways, now you can do it.
Okay, I'm about done giving a shit about this movie.
Yep, me too.
4 out of 10. Extremely close shots of women's crotches.
Yeah, literally really close.
Like, too close, to the point where I got uncomfortable in the theater. Like, I don't get uncomfortable about, like, nudity and shit, but it was, like, a really close shot and then an internal shot of a vagina in the theater. And I was just...
going to tell me
that was too much.
Hey,
was too much.
You gave this higher than me. I'm going to give it 3.5 umbrellas. I crossed out half of it.
Yeah.
3.5 umbrellas. Pretty much just because I like Taron Egerton. It's like kind of like...
I'm really surprised you gave it a lower score than me, to be honest with you.
Then I didn't have a lot going on with it.
Yeah.
The fact that it's Matthew Vaughn being not good, it kind of hurt more than anything. Because I really like the first one. I really like Kick-Ass.
The majority of the cast in both Kingsman movies, actually, I don't care for.
Mm. I do. I'm not a huge Colin Firth fan.
I'm not a big Taron Egerton fan.
I like Taron Egerton.
And I also hate Colin Firth.
Yeah, I know you hate Colin Firth.
I also don't like Michael Gambon.
Oh, God. All right. I'm gonna... Oof, I'm sweaty. All right, talk to you guys later. Check out some... We don't have any money in this or anything, but there's a couple trailers out right now. Check them out. I really like the Isles of Dogs. That's what it's called, right? Mm-hmm. The new Wes Anderson movie. I'm going to put a link to one of the trailers.
Throw a link for Red Sparrow, too, because we saw the trailer for that.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought it looked interesting.
Really?
Yeah. Even though J-Law's in it, I fucking hate J-Law.
It just looked like a fucking a Black Widow, like, I don't know.
I don't know. People keep telling me how great Hanna is, and I never saw Hanna. That's Saoirse Ronan, but yeah. I like Saoirse Ronan, but...
Okay.
You know what? Give him the trailer for Hanna.
It
came out a long time
I might
ago.
have to watch the trailer for Hanna in order to do that.
No,
maybe I'll do that.
It's an old movie. It's from like 3 years ago.
There's some trailers. You guys have a good day. Can't believe this took 20 minutes. Salute!
Don't go see Kingsman 2.
Salute! Yeah, save your money. Yeah. Or just go on college, man.